Welcome to the podcast. This is going to be my first ever time doing something like this, so let me know things I can improve because I'm pretty new to this sort of thing. But I've got some questions that I can answer, and I'll also be putting my views across. And I'm going to be trying to get people to do the podcast with me along the way. So, my first question here is, who do I think are the top three right backs in the Premier League? This is a tough one. I think third place, I'd maybe have Ricardo Pereira from Leicester. I think he's very good at attacking. I think he's number one in the stat of getting dribbled past. So if you want an attacking fullback, he's probably like great. But he'd probably be in my top three. And then second, I would. It's hard between Wan-Bissaka and Trent. I think Trent's better, but I think Wan-Bissaka can be a very good right back. It's because Trent's very good attacking, whereas Wan-Bissaka's more of a defensive player. Obviously, a very good tackler of the ball. But I'd probably have Trent as my number one right back, someone that I would like at Tottenham, which is because like our weak spot is our right back, so Trent would be absolutely perfect for us, but he would never come to us. But yeah, that's who I think my top three are. So first I'd have Trent, second I would have Wan-Bissaka, and third I would have Pereira. So I've got another question here, and it's who do I think will drop out the top six this season? Now again, this is a bit of a tough one. I mean, I don't actually see anyone dropping out of the top six clubs. But if I was to pick one, I would go Arsenal or Chelsea possibly, because Chelsea obviously they can't buy anyone apart from players that they had on loan, but they only had Kovacic and Higuain. Um, but I just think Chelsea squad is still better than Arsenal's, to be honest. Obviously, Arsenal got better strikers, Lacazette and Aubameyang, but I just think that the Chelsea squad is better than Arsenal's, so I could see Chelsea staying in the top six. And if I can see Arsenal staying in the top six, but if one had to go out, I reckon Arsenal would go out. And if one to come in, I'd say Wolves. I think Wolves have a very good squad, very good manager. You know, they play a very good system with their attacking wing backs, which I like. Um, but I think, yeah, Arsenal would drop out and Wolves would go in if they had to, but I can't see that happening just because I think the top six are too, like, they're a level above everyone else in the league. Um, but yeah, that's my answer to that. Um, Another question here from Jack. He says, what would my starting 11 for Spurs be next season? Realistic. Well, in goal, I'd have Lloris. I know he's been linked with PSG, but I can't see him going anywhere, Lloris. I think he'll stay with us for at least another season. Obviously, the new stadium, a full season there. Um, but yeah, I can't see Lloris going, so I'd have him in goal. Right back, I would like someone like Max Aarons to be starting at right back, but I don't know if we have money to buy people like Aarons because if we sell Trippier, I hope we buy Max Aarons, but I can't see us buying a right back, mainly because we're using our whole Champions League revenue on Ndombele. So unless we sell Trippier for something like 30 million, which I don't think clubs are going to pay for Trippier because obviously he's poor defensively and you want your fullback, even though he can cross a ball sometimes, you want them to be able to defend, and Trippier is just shocking at defending. So I'd have Max Aarons at right back, but realistically I don't see him coming, so I'd have to go for Serge Aurier at right back. As much as I'd love Kyle Walker-Peters to start, I just don't think Poch rates him as highly as Aurier and Trippier, which is strange because I like Walker-Peters and he looks like a very good player when he plays, but possibly it's because he plays against teams like Huddersfield, Bournemouth, but it'd be good to see him get more of a chance, but unfortunately I can't see that happening. Centre backs would be Vertonghen, obviously been a great servant for the club about 7 years now, I believe he's been at Spurs, and he had like one sort of bad season about 5 years ago, but apart from that, he's just been absolutely outstanding for Tottenham. As far as I can remember, he's been, along with obviously Ledley King, one of the best centre backs since I've watched Spurs play. And I'm 16, so for like what the last, I've been watching football like last 13 years, 12 years. He is just absolutely outstanding, Batongan. Next to him, I'd have Alderweireld. Obviously, everyone knows Alderweireld is a great defender. The only thing that worries me about him is his 25 million release clause, which apparently Roma are interested in triggering. But if I was Alderweireld, I wouldn't be wanting to go Roma, mainly because when you're at Tottenham, we just got to a Champions League final, we're building on things, and I don't think Roma will be doing anything like that in coming years, sorry. And then my left back would be Danny Rose, but I don't know if he'll be staying at the club. So if he does go, I would like someone like Lucas Digne. I think that's how you pronounce it, Digne or Digne. Lucas Digne. Let me know how you say Digne. Dean, or I think Digne. But yeah, I would still have Danny Rose. I love Danny Rose. He's a great player. Been a great servant for the club. One of the longest serving players at the club. And yeah, he's great attacking, good defensively. Obviously, he's a bit injury prone, but I think he's coming back to full being able to carry on playing matches in a row constantly, which is what we need because Ben Davies is not good enough to start for Tottenham. He's a good squad player, come in at centre back, cover at left back if need be for a couple of games, but he's not good enough to start week in, week out, which is why I'm so happy Rose is fully back from his injury problems. My midfield, I would have our midfielders. It's a bit of a tough one. I would have Ndombele, which I think will happen. You never know with Tottenham, but I can see it happening, the deal. It's been reported by a lot of media companies that Ndombele is coming to Tottenham. So I think I would have him as my midfielder alongside Winks and Sissoko. Obviously, Winks and Sissoko have a great partnership, as we saw last season. I just hope Winks can stay fit for a full season because he's had injury problems every season. Obviously, Sissoko is an absolute just the biggest turnaround I've seen from someone at Tottenham. He was absolutely immense last season. Someone that we really miss when he wasn't there. Someone that could get the ball from midfield and drive forward, which is just so needed at Tottenham because you don't really have any other players that do that. Obviously, you have wingers, but our wingers aren't really the best at beating people. Like Lamelo, who sort of just gets the ball and cuts in and then passes it 5 yards. So Sissoko's a very important player for us, and someone that if he improves his end product could just be I don't know, just an all-round just great player, box to box everywhere. And then I would play 4-3-3. I don't think Poch will do that, but my midfield would be Sissoko, Winks, and Ndombele. And then my front three would be Dele Alli. I think Dele Alli, it's hard. He's not been on great form for the last year, or maybe even a bit longer than that. But in my opinion, he is still one of the best young talents in the world. It's difficult because obviously you get these stupid people saying Ali's overrated. He's not overrated. He just needs to get back to full fitness, and also I think he needs to focus more on his football. Obviously, this probably sounds stupid, but you see him do all these sort of things on his Instagram promotions, and I think it would just be sort of nice to see him get his head down and want to play for Tottenham. Because when he's got his head down and playing his hardest, he is just unplayable, Dele Alli. As we've seen performances against Chelsea in the past. He's just an insane player for us. My left winger would be Son. Obviously, one of our best players last season, along with Sissoko. He's someone that is just amazing. When he gets the ball, he's going to do something with it. He's going to get it. He's going to go for a shot. He's going to put someone through. And it's so nice to have someone like that at Tottenham. His end product has definitely improved since his first couple of seasons. Because I remember in his first season, he used to get the ball, dribble with it, and then sort of not do anything with it. And it was so frustrating to watch it because you knew he had the talent. whereas now he's actually showing his talent and he's showing what a great player he is. And I wouldn't be surprised if a big club came in for him this summer, someone like Real Madrid, if they can't get people like Mane. But I think Son will stay with us. So yeah. And then my striker, of course, would be Harry Kane, the best striker in the world, in my opinion. Obviously, opinions differ. A lot of people don't believe he's the best striker in the world. But being a Tottenham fan, I'm probably a bit biased. But I think that Kane, when he's fully fit, is just like he's such a good goal scorer. You know, when he gets the ball in the box, he's 9 times out of 10 going to put that in the back of the net. Whereas someone like Aubameyang, you can't guarantee that. I know Aubameyang finished top scorer, but Kane missed about 3 months of the season, so you can't. I don't know. I think Kane would have come top scorer if he wasn't injured, but you know, we never know because we didn't get to see him play for those 3 months. So yeah, that would be my Tottenham starting 11. In terms of transfers coming in, what I would love to see Lo Celso come in as an Eriksen replacement. But I don't know if we're going to bring in Ndombele and Lo Celso. I think that's unrealistic. I'd also love to see a right back come in. Someone like, as I mentioned, Max Aarons. Or someone like... There's not many great right backs in the market right now. But someone like, apparently, Dalot is been put available for Manchester United for transfer. And if that's true, I would go for Dalot. When I've seen him play, he looks like a good player. And it's just... The right back is something that we need to improve so much. It should be our number one priority this summer, along with obviously a midfielder. But yeah, that is my Spurs starting 11. The next question is, who do I think is the best manager in the Premier League? Now, this is a three-way sort of tie. Obviously, Pochettino, Tottenham manager. The things he's achieved with the little amount of money he's had has just been insane. And if he was someone at Man City or Liverpool, the amount of money they've spent, I think he'd be winning the Champions League and the Premier League with them. And if you think about it, we have actually made a profit, I'm pretty sure, on our net spend recently, which just shows that like how tight our owners are and our chairman, Daniel Levy. But I think Pochettino is an absolutely brilliant manager and he will thrive at somewhere where they give him money. Next, I'll have Jurgen Klopp. Klopp is obviously a great manager. He's taken Liverpool to the final and he's won the final against Tottenham, unfortunately. But they deserved it, Liverpool. They were a brilliant team throughout the whole of the season. They weren't great in the final, but they was better than us because they won 2-0. So that's all that mattered at the end of the day. But yeah, Klopp's done great things with Liverpool, not good things. Looking at their squad, he's improved it. You know, you've got people like Matip at centre-back still, and he's not great, but Klopp's managed to work with it, and he's managed to come out of a sort of awful first starting 11 like Pochettino, turn it into something good, and he's now won a Champions League with Liverpool, and I can see them winning the league next season and definitely a trophy. And then Guardiola, obviously undisputed, sort of like known as the best manager in the world / Premier League at the moment, winning the Premier League with Liverpool with Manchester City. But I think Guardiola, to be sort of confirmed as the best manager in the world at the moment, he sort of needs to win the Champions League. With that squad he has, people like on their bench, Jesus, people like that, Sane, he's just got an absolutely amazing team, and he needs to achieve bigger things than that. He needs to achieve bigger things with Manchester City, other than the Premier League, because as you saw in our quarter final against them, they were the much better team, but we managed to beat them on the day, and that was obviously the most amazing game I've ever seen. That game, it was just unbelievable, end to end 4-3 game. But people like Llorente scoring the winner against them, that just shows how they need to improve. They somehow need to improve that team to get to the Champions League final and win it. So that would be my top 3 managers probably in the league. I also like Nuno Espirito Santos from Wolves. I think he's a very good manager. But I don't know much about sort of his like play style and that, apart from I know he likes to use the free back. But yeah, I would like to answer this question here. It says, what is the best game I've been to? That's a tough one. I'd probably say, entertainment-wise, New Year's Day in 2015, I believe, Tottenham 5, Chelsea 3. That game was just amazing. We went 1-0 down and we was 3-1 up at half-time. Andros Townsend penalty on the day, I believe. And Kane, that season where Kane broke through as obviously the striker that he is now, one of the best in the world, and people started to really notice what a striker Kane was. And that game was just amazing. I've never seen us attack so well like we did that day, finishing every chance pretty much. You know, people like Danny Rose getting on the score sheet. But yeah, that would be probably the best game I've ever been to in terms of Tottenham. If I would say England, England games are normally pretty dreadful to watch. But if I could think of one, I'd probably say England-Scotland, I believe. When Ricky Lambert came on for his debut and scored in like the first minute, that was just Ricky Lambert scoring for England. That was prime England banter era under Hodgson. But yeah, that would be probably my best two games, like for England and then for Tottenham. Yeah. Next question is, what other teams do I support? So obviously I support Tottenham. That's my main club. Have ever since I was born. And then I follow two other teams. So I follow Rangers. That'd be like my Scottish team. My uncle's Scottish and he's a Rangers fan. So that's what sort of got me into becoming a Rangers follower / fan. And then I also follow Leyton Orient because I was born near that area, and a lot of Tottenham fans follow Leyton Orient, I believe. And obviously, very sad news with their manager dying not long ago, Justin Edinburgh. But yeah, they're the sort of clubs I follow. I also like, I don't follow them, but I like Sunderland because I have good mates that are Sunderland fans from up in Durham, I believe, near Newcastle. But yeah, they're the sort of teams I follow, football-wise. Next question is, who do I think are the best free players in the league? Oh, this is a tough one. Off the top of my head, I would say Salah. Obviously a great scorer, great player for Liverpool. He's got everything: pace, finishing, dribbling, passing. He's someone that would just be amazing at any team. I'd say Kevin De Bruyne, on his day when he's fit, is the best passer in the league, best footballer in the league. But he's not been fit for the last few years now, like fully fit constantly, which is a bit of a worry. And then I'd say Harry Kane probably is my third choice. I know I've probably forgotten someone, and I can't think who it is, but I'd just say Kane, as I believe he's the best striker in the Prem. But yeah, that's my top three players in the league. The next question is, who do I think should have been in the team of the season last year? So obviously the team of the season got picked by the Premier League, the PFA, I think. Pogba got in it, which I'm not really sure how, because he had about a good month and that was it. So I would say goalkeeper, I'd have Alisson. I believe he was great last season. He was what Liverpool really needed to go forward, a great keeper that can, because obviously Liverpool got a great attack, great midfield, a good defence, but it was always that keeper, people like Mignolet and Karius rotating, and now they've got someone like Alisson who is just a great shot stopper, and yeah, he would be my goalkeeper. My right back would be, it's a tough one, but I go Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he was brilliant. I don't know. I think he got 18 assists in all competitions. I could be completely wrong there. But he is a great crosser of the ball. He's one of the best crossers of the ball I've actually seen in the Premier League in recent years. When he gets the ball on that right foot, you just know he's going to put in a great delivery. So I definitely have him there. My centre-backs would be a Ken Liverpool, Van Dijk. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Probably the best player in the Premier League last season. He's just an immense defender. He has that stat where he's only been dribbled past about like 2 times or something, 3 times, which is obviously something you want to have, because if you're getting someone that's only getting dribbled past 3 times a season, then that's show how defensively solid you are. My other centre back would be, I don't know really, because I know Laporte got in it alongside Van Dijk, but I don't I don't really watch Man City games, to be honest, because when I watch the Premier League, it's obviously Tottenham, and we normally play around the same time as them, so I don't get to see Man City play that much. So I would say Laporte slash Vertonghen or Fabian Schär, who I've seen a couple of times, look absolutely brilliant. So it'd be one of them three. Let me know in the comments who you would pick: Fabian Schär, Jan Vertonghen, or Aymeric Laporte. Left back, it has to be Andy Robertson. He was just, again, him and Alexander-Arnold, 100% the best fullbacks in the league. Something that Tottenham had a couple of years ago with Rose and Walker when they was in their proper prime, fully flying forward. That season, 4-0 FC we was, but we just didn't win the league, which was sort of annoying. So yeah, Andy Robertson would 100% be my left back. The formation I'm playing is a 4-3-3, so I'd have three midfielders. I'd have... It's a tough one. I'd have... Oh, it's hard. Obviously, I'd have Bernardo Silva. He was unbelievable last season. He's a great dribbler of the ball, great passer, great vision. I've seen him play a few amazing through balls that resulted in goals for people like Sterling, Aguero, Sane. So definitely Bernardo Silva in there. My other two centre midfielders, I'd have Musa Sissoko in there. Obviously, biased being a Spurs fan, but he was just immense last season. And I don't think we'd have done half as well as we did finishing top four if it weren't for him, because he was so key to us last season with his runs forward, creating space for other players. And football hasn't been on for so long, I've completely forgotten who was good last season. So I'm gonna say Wijnaldum. I know that he played well last season. I'm probably gonna get destroyed in the comments because I know I've definitely forgotten someone big. But yeah, that'd be my midfield three: Sissoko, Wijnaldum, and Bernardo Silva. And my front three would be Raheem Sterling. Obviously, he was brilliant last season, Raheem Sterling. Probably the best player in the league out that wasn't a defender, which is obviously Van Dijk. And then my striker would probably have to be probably Salah, if he counts as a striker. Obviously, top scorer, join along with Mane, who would be my right winger / left winger. So yeah, my front three would be Sterling, Mane, and Salah. So that would be my team of the season from last year, but I know I've definitely forgotten some players, so let me know. So yeah, I know it's only been short. I think it's been about 25 minutes. So I can't actually see on my thing right now. But they'll definitely get longer, and I'll try to get some guests on. Leave me a comment to let me know how I can improve. I know I say a lot, and I'm probably a bit nervous. It's my first ever podcast or talking. So yeah, let me know how to improve, and I hope you did enjoy. There should be more of these coming out sometime this week. Another one in a couple of days, depending on what people's reception in the comments are to this. So I hope you did enjoy. Let me know how I can improve, and thank you so much for watching.